It's the project called Bridges, and it has been done together with our Syrian friend, Mr. Kutaiba, who gave me the idea in the first day, and we joined the projects together. Mine was a little bit different but complementary. So in the end of the day, I took his idea, I have to say that, his project, and also his name, Bridges. What about the bridges? Refugees and bridges have a lot in common. Refugees come via bridges, and what we are talking about are bridges. It's bridges between supporters and refugees. It's bridges on the side of the refugees. We have heard in the project before. They have to be able to connect and to express themselves. And it's a lot of bridges, which we may not call bridges, but it's organizational things on the side of the helpers, which you have been talking about, but in the end of the day, it's all the same. Build bridges to communicate, to work together in a whole system. And exactly this was the goal of trying to make something which can be used as from today. I remember your words, think big. So what we did can be used from today anywhere, as good as in any community inside Vienna, or you may just run a refugee camp back in Turkey or in Jordan or anywhere. It's all the same. It works all in the same rhythm geographically. So, what did we do? Sorry, the beamer messes me up a little bit on my screen. I hope you see the right thing, but for me everything is... Okay, on mine it doesn't work, on yours it does. So what did we do? First of all, there's an application, a web page, call it however, available on all devices, on all mobile phones, whatever, which is meant to show what Bridges can do, the project Bridges can do. This project here already has been advertised. We have put it on Facebook. It is just a company we have taken, and everybody can see it. And if I would look on the other one and open now, it has gone out as project itself around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we have crossed the 3,000 visitors some minutes ago when I checked the last time. This Bridges page is only there to tell the people that it's available and how to create something in order to use in your daily life as a refugee, as an organization, anything. It's very live. I just may show you. There are already 4 pictures in, which are the presentations before me today, so it's all the way live. What I don't want to explain, because here it will be explained how an organization like you can use it. I don't want to go into this now. What I have done is, we have created the first user. We have created an Austrian community, which is the first user following our principles. And I'm just linking now to this one, and his profile. We have called it Bridges Weidhofen. It was just random. It was the village of my first job somewhere in Lower Austria. And it could be Bridges Wienerwald, Bridges Refugee Camp Jordan, Bridges Refugee Camp Turkey, anything. Completely open. Also here, it is just described what Bridges can do to those people who come there. It is now said what Bridges does for helpers. Helpers of this community here can log on and join this community in the way I will tell you now. And refugees can join this community saying, I'm a refugee, I want to communicate, I want this, I want that. And the organization itself can use this build page to fulfill everything of their daily need. There were daily needs of organizing Paten, I have heard. There are daily needs of organizing helpers to go to a helping place. And they are coming too many, and to organize them means to inform them, and to inform them now enough. So this is a system which refugees can use, which organizations can use, and how do they use it? The organization, first of all, is there to tell whatever you are writing in here, anyone coming there, a helper, a refugee, how you can work together. I don't go into details there. Interesting is, any one of our users is of course logged in a different language. And the major problem is that many of the supporters, I call them, are organizations or private people who are not even that good in English. So it's not a bridge between German and English, it's sometimes a bridge between Arabic and German, which you are having there. So for our system, whoever logs on as a refugee, as anyone, he chooses anyway on this system a language. At the moment I've chosen German there, but if I on my device would choose English, everything is in English. And if a Syrian refugee would choose Arabic, have setting in Arabic, he reads what's going on here in Arabic. And the same language mode works not only on the page where you present yourself, it works on any content. I hope that this Arabic is correct. I just translated it, but I was with Google Translate the English I could do myself, but I hope it's not stupid. But I just put the English into Google Translate for the purpose now. It's no meaning what this organization has written about themselves. So the same thing works not only on this page, the same thing works in all these languages, as you have here, from Turkish to all European languages. We go back to English now. The same translation mode works automatically, that any content which is in here can be read by anyone via the Google Translate because it connects to them. This goes down to the daily message. My wife or you are writing me something in Arabic, and I read it in German, and my German answer you read in Arabic again, which comes later in the messaging system. The second thing is, the organization will want, beside presenting themselves, say, we can do this. Every organization, every person has certain categories of what they are offering. This they will do under featured content. Means, here is content which I have just taken as general refugee content now, but this could be learning German in Weidhofen, this could be whatever. Whatever you open here and present here, a new page opens, and the new page tells what you want to tell, from videos to photos to writing to links, what you have to offer. You can offer anything in there. It's just for the sake of showing it. Going back to the profile, the next step, you may put content on there. You may want to write to these people and show to these people, we had a festival yesterday, you will write about a party, you want to write about 100 refugees having newly arrived in a refugee camp or anywhere. You may want to write like your own newspaper around you, what's happening around you. And now comes the most interesting for all parties in there. This is the communication. The communication function shows who friended up, means connected with you, means if this Weidhofen would have 150 refugees in there, the refugees would friend up and helpers would friend up. So that's the community which you want to link together, and maybe the 3-4 employees in the municipality who deal with that would also join the network. Whoever is in there can follow you, means whoever clicks the follow this author will see whatever you bring in will come automatically on his device, and you will always see who is following you, means every content you are writing, you know this is the audience which is getting. Any content, anything in there, also the profile in itself can be shared. That means your profile and any content can be shared to all social networks, emails, whatever, so you can market it out and share it out. And now we come to the thing which is most interesting, I think, to municipalities and to people who organize. Means all the people who are connected with you, and I assume that refugees are connected, people who go to help because thousands of refugees come to Nickelsdorf, they are connected. You have to be connected in order to organize them. By email, by SMS, you have to know them. Once they have registered and connected with this organization, because this organization may be not a municipality organization, it may be a Red Cross or anything doing something there. And you have lists. You have an endless possibility of lists to put there. I connected myself to everyone just to show you. In this, for example, the one who is doing it could say, from the 1,000 people I have in, those who are part-time supporters who are interested to help a refugee, I put them in. You can put them in many of the lists. The other one, all the refugees which are around you and which you are dealing with around you. The next one is your internal personnel or people you are working with if you are not alone. The next one are the helpers. With helpers we mean those who go to Nickelsdorf and have to be coordinated. The next ones are sponsors, people whom you know are ready to give money, so you group them in there, and people who want to give some goods, and it's open. You can make as many of these groups as you like from the people you are having in. And what is now the advantage? Let's say for the helpers, that was an app which should be also created. For the helpers, this municipality of Weidhofen or somebody who would go to Nickelsdorf now, because they hear a lot of people come, they would just say, I write now a mass message to all those people who I have in my thing, that they would be ready. You write a mass message, all of them get them on their mobile phone, wherever they are, immediately, and with this mass message, those who answer you, you will say, okay, I have enough, if you have enough answers, and then you would just press the button again, and everybody would say, thank you, we are full. The same is with Paten. If you have 10 Paten in your organization, which means people who are ready to help somebody as a Pate, if a refugee asks you to have a Pate, you would just go in there, write a mass message to this Paten and say, who would be interested in this refugee? And the refugee is logged on and you see his picture and who he is, and whether it's a family. I mean, you could group this down in a refugee camp. You would maybe not do with Paten and helpers. In a refugee camp, you may do families, children, you may address other groups in another way than we do. But it's completely open, you just do whatever you want, endless in there. And the last function then is the one I was talking to you, which is called My Life. My Life is like a Facebook function. In My Life, for example, this Weidhofen, which I did, has in My Life, which is here not looking so nice because it's made for the apps and for the mobiles. And on these ones you can message, receive your mass messages, you can post every content, everything you want within your groups as you want, and it pops up here. It's basically a Facebook without any advertising. It's only for your community, with your pictures, with your photos to do. And everything in all languages. And it can be used from tomorrow. If somebody is here who wants my dummy user for another village, I will just rename Weidhofen, and off you go. And the good thing is we have put this, there's always the question, how do you market? I have made an advertising. We have a function in there that you can advertise. Means I've just made an advertising, as the last one to show you. I've just made, I have to go back to here. I just said I want all Austrians, I have now to go to Austria. I want now all Austrians whose any content about refugees, I want all Austrians to see, basically. I want the advertising. All Austrians who go on any content, you could do the same. All Syrians going in Syria, you could do men, women, whatever, for other content. And it shows like this. If you would go on this one, this is any content of the refugee crisis, what is going on now. And here's the advertising. Bridges between refugees and supporters, uploaded today. And once you go here, you are exactly where I have started my presentation. When you then go to the creator's profile, you are back there as an organization if you want to use it as a personal organization, refugee, whatever. And this is what I could contribute and make out of Kodaira's idea. So it's a Syrian idea executed by an Austrian, living in Dubai.